Welcome to TVN Sports. It's another exciting edition where we look at all the big stories making the rounds in the world of sports for the week. My name is Anthony Bomodo. Welcome to today's edition, and I've got Chris Onapeku, the coach, who is also a sports journalist right here with me. Coach, nice to have you join us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be looking at very interesting stories. We'll be starting the World Cup countdown today. On today's edition, we'll be focusing on Group A, and if possible, if time lets us in, we'll be focusing also on Group B. Looking at Group A, we've got Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. Those are the teams that make up Group A of the World Cup, talking about Russia 2018. And also, we'll be looking at Wenger's exit from Arsenal, and also the likely replacement for Arsene Wenger, and also we're focusing on Cote d'Ivoire's midfield maestro, talking about Yaya Toure, who will be leaving Manchester City this season. And also we're looking at the fine that FIFA placed on Russian FA, $30,000 for the racist chants on French players during the friendly match. Also we're looking at it. Morocco's bid for 2026 World Cup, will they succeed? We'll be looking at those factors, and also we'll be looking at we're really leaving Everton at the end of this current season, going to MLS. DC United is the team we'll be focusing on. Other news we'll be focusing on will be Aguero's speculated move back to Atletico Madrid, and not forgetting Ferguson having left the hospital after a brain surgery. We'll also be focusing on that, and I will be looking at the FA Cup final between Chelsea and Manchester United. All this is what we have in store for you after this break.
Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers, equipped computer laboratory and library, secured atmosphere, extracurricular activities, an all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child, comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence.
All right, welcome back. It's still TVN Sports on television, Nigerian. My name is Anthony Momodu, and I've got Coach Chris right here with me to look at all the big stories making the round. Coach, the World Cup is drawing ever closer to us, and let's kickstart today's edition of TVN Sports with the focus on Group A. The teams in Group A, we've got the host country, Russia. We've got Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, and Egypt in the mix. For you, which is the first two teams you have a sure guarantee they're going to qualify from this group?
Well, I want to be objective because I know if I pick some teams, some people will say I'm not an African. I'm not African. And secondly, because of Salah's form. Okay. But a tree cannot make a forest, okay. No matter what. If you watch Chelsea, Liverpool, you agree with me that once you catch Salah, that is the end, and that is going to happen to Egypt because the attention will be on him because of his form during the season. So the attention is going to be on him. And if I were to be the Egyptian coach, I'll just use somebody else as a joker instead of Salah. Right. But Egypt, all the balls will be going to Salah, and once they catch it, that's the end of Egypt. So I won't pick Egypt to qualify from that group. I would rather pick Uruguay and Russia as the host. The pressure will be on them, and they must have started serious preparation because they are the host. I'm yet to come to terms on the host country crashing out in the first round. Maybe I'll do the research. I've not seen the host crashing out in the first round. They always get to the either second or third round. Okay. So I'm tipping Russia and Uruguay. Saudi Arabia, they are always there to make up the number. And I like what they do. They are always there, always making it to the World Cup. I think
looking at Egypt and looking at Russia, would you say Russia has a better team than Egypt? Yes, we know that the host nation, but Egypt boasts of some other quality players, and we know that in the African scene, Egyptian league is one of the best, especially looking at Northern Africa. They have one of the best leagues. Don't you think that's going to count for something?
I agree with you. Egypt, they have good players. But what is going to go against them is that they are going to focus their attention on Salah.
But they've got some other ball players like...
Just anytime they are playing, just watch. Most teams,
Okay.
most countries, what they do is that they focus their attention on their key players.
Okay.
And once you have, if you don't have more than one, it will boomerang. So that's why I'm not tipping Egypt. Except the coach is going to do something different. He's not going to build a team around Salah.
Okay.
That is the only way I feel they can qualify. But Russia, remember in the past, they were USSR. They were very strong, very, very strong. So I still believe they still have good players because of the league and because of they are Europeans. They have produced great players. So Russia definitely they will qualify from that group.
For Uruguay, are you basing Uruguay's qualification based on Luis Suarez?
Of course, it's not only Suarez. Cavani is there.
Yeah.
They have great players. So many players.
All right, let's quickly look into Group B, where we have Portugal, Spain, Morocco, and Iran in it. Who are your first two teams to qualify?
The first two teams you mentioned are the two teams that will come out of that group.
Talking about Portugal and Spain.
Of course.
You think Morocco has been in fine from this season in the African continent, that clubs like whether Casablanca and other teams have
I
been
also
doing
learned that they were the only team that did not lose
during the qualifiers.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken. But there was a write-up I put up about why Africans cannot win the World Cup.
Okay.
We don't see the World Cup as a project. Whether we like it or not, it's a project. World Cup is supposed to be a long-time project, not a short time. That is the mistake we make in Africa. You employ a coach today, give him a target, you must get to the semi-final. It's not done like that. Check out Spain, check out Germany. They gave Joachim Low, he's still there. He took over from Jürgen Klinsmann in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. Almost 12 years. That is what it takes to win a World Cup. The same thing with Spain. Before they could win the World Cup, the coach was there for more than 8 years. You build this team, like this World Cup that is coming up. If I were to be the NFF president, instead of mounting pressure on the Super Eagles, let them give the coach the chance. Let him use this World Cup to test run the team. Then the next World Cup, you can now say, okay, we can get to the semi-final or final. But we always make that mistake, and the same thing with every other African team. We always make that mistake, and we are going to the World Cup to win it, and it's not supposed to be.
All right, welcome back from that quick break. It's now time for us to look at all the big stories that made the sporting arena very interesting for the week. Let's begin from the English Premier League, where a manager who had stayed in the club longest, apart from Sir Alex Ferguson, is Arsene Wenger of Arsenal, having spent his years in Emirates for 22 years now. He's leaving Arsenal, and we will be looking at Arsene Wenger finally leaving Arsenal. I think the wishes of some of the fans who have always said Wenger out have come true, but who takes his place for you? Who is the right candidate? Luis Enrique has been mentioned. Mikel Arteta was also mentioned. We had Patrick Vieira also mentioned as likely candidates. For you, who do you think fits the bill? Not forgetting Allegri of Juventus.
I want to commend Arsenal first for giving Wenger that long period of time to handle the team. It's not easy. Then the issue of who takes over, I think Arsenal, they should be ready to go through what Man U went through. They should be ready for that, because they are also making the same mistake Man U made. Arsene Wenger is leaving. You want to bring in a new coach. That new coach will start all over. What I expected them to have done is that Wenger still another 1 year. Let this new coach come and understudy you, so that they can know how we run things. Or better still, they can leave the assistant of Wenger. Okay. Let him tutor or guide the new coach. If they don't do that, as Arsenal, we struggle for some time. Because that new coach will bring a new system, a new style, before the players will understand it, before you will study the environment, so many things. So you don't just bring a coach into, it's not as if you will not succeed. Unlike Chelsea, you know, Chelsea, their coaches, they don't stay long. 2-3 years, they are used to it. Those players are used to it. Unlike a club that has a coach for like 10-20 years, and you are bringing a new person, before they will understand it, to take a long time. So then I think the idea of bringing ex-international, the ex-player is also a good idea, but how sound are they? I know Vieira
has been with Manchester City for a while.
Vieira, maybe what I would advise is that they should bring a consultant of coaches. Maybe the ex-players, the consultant of coaches, they look for somebody to head them. Then they will put heads together and work together. But if you are bringing ex-player, it might not work like Zidane. You know, Zidane went through so many, worked under so many people, worked under Mourinho, Benitez, handled the academy, went outside of Spain to handle a team before he came back. So if they don't do the same, Arsenal might struggle.
All right, still focusing on the English Premier League, let's talk about one African player that has done Africa proud in the midfield department, talking about Yaya Toure of Cote d'Ivoire. It was awesome seeing Yaya Toure put on the sky blue colors of Manchester City in his last game, and was given a very sounding ovation by the fans and players alike. For you, do you think it's over for Yaya Toure?
Not at all. If I were to be in his shoe, I would have left last season, because he's supposed to have seen the writing on the wall, but he decided to stay back. He thought he could.
Don't you think it was the money part of it that kept him?
Okay, that's another. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But money is not everything. Okay. Except that maybe if I were to be in the shoe, I would have left. I would rather use that season to play in China, so that I can be fit. But because they are also thinking of bringing him back to the from retirement back to the national team.
Okay.
But not too bad. But he has really done well, and he must be commended.
All right. Let's to wrap it up on the English Premier League. Let's take Wayne Rooney's issue at time. Wayne Rooney leaving Everton at the end of the season and going to DC United. Do you think he would have left long ago to the US Major League Soccer rather than going back to his childhood club, talking about Everton? Because I think he didn't have a nice time with Sam Allardyce.
I think I support Rooney going back to his former club.
Okay.
And that is how every player should. I support that. Okay. Every player should do the same thing, especially the club that brings players to limelight.
Okay.
You're supposed to go back and say thank you and play maybe a season before calling it quits.
Okay.
But now that he's still active, I think he should go to MLS. But the club is going. They're struggling for relegation.
DC United.
Yeah, they are struggling. So I hope he'll be ready to go down with them if they get relegated. Rooney has paid his dues. He has paid his dues in England, especially for Man U, even for the national team. But the way he was pushed out of the national team is what I don't also like. Just like what happened to our Eyamaye. I think it's not good for England. Up to now, they did not play a farewell match for him. I think it's not good. No matter what, as long as that person has served you, you must treat him with respect.
All right, let's talk about one of the most, he is the most longest serving coach in the English Premier League history, talking about 27 years plus, Sir Alex Ferguson having brain surgery. Do you think it's all about the Fergie time for the 27 years that has cost him that issue, talking about brain hemorrhage?
Well, I'm not a medical expert, but I want to believe that
it was a contribution.
It might be.
Okay.
But one of the things I think is him quitting football. This same thing, I'm not saying the same sickness will happen to Wenger.
Okay.
If Wenger leave football, especially coaching, he might fall sick.
Because
yes. Apart from that, as a coach, as you are teaching, you are also practicing.
Okay.
You practice with the ball. You kick the ball. While kicking, you are also doing exercise indirectly or directly. So the moment you leave that and every day you are in the house, of course, you should expect one or two. But when you do exercise, as you are aging, it will help you. So I think that is one of the reasons why Wenger did not want to resign. But thank God he's going to another place to continue. And but I don't know if it's a coaching job.
Okay.
That is one of the reasons. I know of a 92-year-old man still playing active football. Do you know his age mate should be in the village using walking stick, but he still plays football. He doesn't run, but he can kick the ball. You understand? So as you are aging, if you are doing exercise, even if it's very light, it will help you.
All right, the last player we're going to be focusing on the English Premier League has to be Sergio Aguero. It's been said that Atletico Madrid are looking at re-signing their former striker. Do you see that move coming true?
I doubt, in the sense that there are so many English Premiership clubs that are looking for strikers. Chelsea is number one, but I don't know. Some players, they don't like playing against the team, against the former team.
Okay.
But I doubt if Aguero will fall into that group of persons. Unlike many thought Lampard would not do that against Chelsea, but he did that and even scored. As if I were to be in Lampard's shoe. If I just see the ball, I just kick it away.
All right, let's look at other interesting stories that have been coming out. Recently, we had FIFA decide to hit the hammer on Russia, but a lot of football critics and pundits have said $30,000 is too lean a fine to slash on Russia, especially when we're heading to the World Cup, and that isn't going to stop the fans from chanting racist terms on black players.
Don't be surprised, somebody will bring out, one person will bring out that money and continue the chanting. It's too small. In fact, the penalty should be even more than paying fine. It should do something that when you think twice before doing it, but what is $30,000 to these guys? Some of them are, So
do you think FIFA is double-mouthed when it comes to the issue of racism?
They are trying their best. That's why there's this clip they always show where the players are hugging themselves, both blacks and white, all the stuff. The FIFA on their own, if not for FIFA, so many things will have gone wrong on this earth. Especially in crisis, yes. If not, you can imagine what is going on between Russia and England. Well, if not for football, it was the same sport that brought North Korea and South Korea. But football is stronger. So I think FIFA, they are trying, just that the penalty given to Russia is too low. If it's possible, let the FIFA president meet with the president of Russia so that they can know the implication of what they are doing.
All right, the last issue we'll be discussing on TVN Sport today would be the Morocco's bid for the 2026 World Cup. Would Africa get it once more like South Africa did in 2010 is the big question. Do you think Morocco is going to be second or third time lucky getting hosting rights for the World Cup?
I think they are rotating it. It's possible. I've not checked. It might be the turn of Africa.
Okay.
But what is, I'm very sure the whole world will be wondering also why Nigeria is not beating. I don't know. People say we don't have what it takes. How come others are hosting? When did South Africa start playing football? They just started playing football. It's just that football does not like them. If not, they would have gone far. When did they start playing football? They hosted the World Cup, and we claim to be a giant of Africa. And we are just watching. We are always waiting to go to travel and go and participate. Why not we thinking of how to also host? What does it take? What you do is go and do research. It's just that it's a pity. We have square peg in round hole in this country. People running out of football, even sports. You see people fighting over nothing because of the money. They are not interested. If they are interested by now, people will be thinking outside the box. Many people are thinking of how to go to the sky or the moon. We are struggling here with corruption. I think I just pray that our own generation we'll be thinking faster and thinking better than what we are having presently.
All right, let's look at the FA Cup that's coming up in a week or two, talking about the finals between Manchester United and Chelsea. What's your prediction?
I'm not good at predicting, but if I discuss it to somebody, within to come to pass. But
So who do you think is likely to take the day?
Mourinho is a difficult person to play in the final. You find Mourinho hardly lose in the final.
Okay.
He hardly lose because he's going to adopt so many tactics. If it means packing the ball, doing counter attack. So I love Chelsea as a club, but I doubt if they can win it because if what they played against
Liverpool?
No, the last match, I think was it
Huddersfield.
It's anything to go by there, they should forget it. But if they lift the game like what they play against Liverpool, they might surprise Man U.
All right, on that note, we'll call it a wrap on this edition of the program TVN Sport. I have Chris Onekweku, who is a coach and sports journalist, a member of the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, the FCT chapter, joined me on today's edition. We've started the countdown to the World Cup, and this edition we looked at Group A, and we also looked at Group B, and looking at the teams that will be coming out of those groups. In Group A, we had Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. And coach has said he thinks Russia and Uruguay will be the two teams getting out of that group. But I dare say the Egyptian team is a team we have to look out for in that group. In Group B, we've got Portugal, Spain, and Morocco and Iran. And he has picked Portugal and Spain as the two teams likely to qualify in that group. So keep our fingers crossed. In next edition, we'll be looking at Group C and Group D. That's how we call it a wrap on this edition of the program TVN Sports. My name is Anthony Momodu, saying thank you for joining me and see you next week.